Welcome to Show Sunday. As I said last time, we're watching season 3, or we watched season 3 of Infinity Train. And the reason for skipping season 2 is not because I think season 2 is bad. I don't think season 2 is bad by any means. It's pretty good. And again, if you two, you feel like, oh, since we skipped season 2, is it like, if you want to, is it even worth watching? Like, if you're curious, I would say you could go see it anyway.
Mm.
And just keep in mind, of course, it takes place before this. But I don't think anything was really ruined for you. So yeah, but I wanted to specifically go to season 3 because I really like season 3 a lot, and I wanted to just do that because I think it's more effective emotionally. So, what do you think?
Should we make a spoiler-free section first?
I don't know if you can. I don't know.
Okay, if so, fuck Simon.
I guess spoilers, so we're doing spoilers.
Fuck Simon.
Okay, so let me give a play-by-play. I think that's the best way I can describe this. They did a really good job, showcasing, Grace and Simon's relationship in the beginning. Because I feel like if they kind of failed at doing that, then the whole arc would have just fallen apart, right? Because it would have been you wouldn't really see the tragedy in how they're how their relationship turned back into a friendship, and then their friendship turned into basically cracked apart and stuff. And if they didn't pull it off in the beginning, then you wouldn't see it through the end and stuff. So I think they did a really good job with that and stuff. And the few episodes that we had of Tuba really also were... They're really good at making, despite the episodes being so short, they're really good at, making an impactful character in that short amount of time.
Tuba fucked me up, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I do definitely getting to what you said. With the beginning relationship setting, you can see how in the beginning they're very, very similar in terms of their behavior, but you can so it creates a believable starting point, but then also it does create a believable divergence in their characters as well.
Yeah, they did a really good job with all 4 of the characters. I'm just a little bit sad that we don't know anything about what happens to Amelia or Hazel.
Yeah, so one of the things that people noticed was that season 1 had sort of a one-off side character who turned into the main character of season 2, which was Mirror Tulip. Season 2 had sort of a one-off thing which turned into the main character of season 3, which was the Apex. So season 3, you're oh, so season 4 is going to be about Amelia and Hazel, and what they end up doing. That's going to be season 4, right? That's not what season 4 is.
What?
Season 4
Why?
is 2 people who you've never met before on the train working through their own problems, and it's completely separate from everything you've seen so far.
Wait,
now,
and no one reappears?
No.
Not the disbanded Apex doesn't appear.
Nope.
Amelia doesn't appear. The cat doesn't even appear.
The cat actually maybe the cat does. I don't remember, but yeah. So in terms of the story, whatever, it's completely different. The thing is, it's not bad. Season 4 is not bad by any means, but it feels kind of anticlimactic, where it's we just got this thing that season 3 was really good emotionally, and it was there was still stuff we wanted to see, and that it just doesn't follow up on that. So, and again, if for example season 5 then went into Amelia or whatever, that would be fine. But it seems now that as of right now, season 4 is probably going to be where it ends. So,
wait, is the network cutting it, or
because season 1 and 2 were on actual Cartoon Network, within season 3 and season 4 were on HBO Max. And basically, the issue was that, because again, I'm not saying I agree with this, obviously, but the idea is that, of course, it's a cartoon show for kids, and they found out that, actually, kids aren't the ones watching this, because, look at what happened at the
what
end.
do you mean for kids?
Exactly. So then because of that, they're like, oh, it's not really profitable with kids. So like, that's the theory is that they were like, yeah, that's why we're...
Make it for older people.
I know.
Goddamn,
so
you
yeah,
fucking cowards.
Yeah. So there's always a chance. Again, there was thoughts that we wouldn't even get a season 4 for a bit. So there's always a chance, especially with streaming. I feel like there's more of a chance than if it was still up to Cartoon Network. But I wouldn't expect it at this rate, which sucks because I know the creator has said that like he originally planned for 8 seasons because like the number 8 is like the sideways infinity symbol kind of.
Right.
So yeah, there was clearly like more to be gone into. I also know one of the plans was to actually, and this would have been very interesting, was to actually have the person on the train be an old person suffering with Alzheimer's.
Oh.
So, yeah, that would have probably been completely...
Yay, more time to cry.
I know.
I hope they make at least a YouTube series.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll find out.
Kickstarter that shit, man.
Yeah, but again, I wouldn't...
Finish the series.
I wouldn't expect it. Which is unfortunate because, yeah, again, I think, like, this season 3 is, again, it was one of the favorite things I saw last year, because this came out last year. It was definitely up there, probably in the top, like, 5. I don't remember, I have to go look at my list again, but it was up there for sure. I think the emotional impact is, like, really, really strong. And I also like how, because one of my complaints about season 2 is that because it still followed Mirror Tulip, it kind of felt similar to season 1. And it did take it in a bit of a different direction in terms of the ending. And again, the other characters are a bit different. But to be honest, I like the human, the guy who is on the train with her, I find to be kind of annoying. And like, at first it seems like, oh, there's kind of a reason he's annoying. And that's the point. But then they kind of just don't really follow through. Again, it's still good, but it's just not as good, and I wasn't as interested. But this was like, not only was it a different thing, but also the fact that the main characters are like, probably about 20 or so. It does definitely feel different. This does not feel like you're just doing season 1 again, right?
Yeah.
So that helps a lot with this to stand out, and yeah. So I love this season. This is my favorite one, and I think most people have said this is their favorite one too.
It follows through on all the emotional payoffs. As in, the emotional payoffs are zapping your bank account.
Yeah, so... and...
Oh, that's a bummer to learn, though.
Yeah.
It's even more of a bummer.
But again, if you want to still see more, I still recommend seeing season 2 and even season 4. Again, if you look at it by itself, it's totally fine. So if you want to see more, then yeah, you can go ahead and see more. It's not like I only showed you the good stuff. That's not true.
I guess in a way, it's kind of more beneficial that we know that not to expect Amelia and Hazel to show up in season 4, so we don't have that expectation. I feel bad for the people who had that expectation.
No, exactly, because as when I was watching season 4 as it was being released, I don't was it released all at once? I don't think so. I don't remember. The thing is, season 4 was released this year, but I don't really remember a lot of it specifically. And so literally while people were watching season 4, it's like, is this the episode that Amelia's going to show up? No. Is the next episode the one Amelia's going to show up? It's like, no. And it was just for counting down to when's she going to show up? She didn't. So it was like, oh, well. So yeah. But again, it sounds like I think season 4 is bad. I don't. It's just kind of disappointing given the expectation.
I mean, I think it makes sense. Oh, but on a random note, the child actor for Hazel is really good. Voice actor.
Yeah, is she actually a kid?
I feel like I looked this up at some point, and the answer was yes.
He's really good.
Very good.
Yeah,
definitely got the emotions well too.
The emotions are good, and also, it sounds like, not just the voice,
like a
but
real
also,
child,
right? The voice, but also the behavior sounds like a child, because a lot of times it's like, oh, here's I don't know, think standard Saturday morning cartoon of like, here's a kid hero, and it's like voiced by some like 30-year-old woman, and like, you know, like, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely its own kind of vibe. It's different. Where yeah, so I think that helps a lot, and yeah, the voice acting in general is really good. I keep thinking that Simon is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, but he's not.
That's what I thought.
It's not him. It's not him. It's someone else.
Yeah, I looked it up and I was like, how is that not Yuri Lowenthal?
I know it's a really similar voice, but no, it's not him. But yeah. Yeah, so...
In a weird way, this season also kind of showcases, like, what happens with, like, misinformation and stuff like that, and how it starts from a place of fear, but then people can kind of escalate it into it being, like, their sense of belief, so much so that they can't unsee it as, like, the belief.
Yeah, well, also, because it helps where Simon, like, needs that misinformation to stay in power, basically.
Yeah.
Right? So, even if he maybe doesn't, it's kind of like, at the end, like, does he actually believe what he's saying? You don't really know necessarily. But it doesn't matter to him anymore at that point.
Yeah.
So...
Even Amelia didn't have her whole face covered in numbers. Jeez.
Yeah.
And then he fucking got disintegrated.
Yeah, that was definitely a moment where it was like, oh shit, well...
That's just like, yeah, this is not for children.
Yeah, I can understand why this season was not aired on Cartoon Network. Good lord.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, remember like when I told you like, hey, don't search for Infinity Train gifts because you'll see a season 3 spoiler. So they have gifts of Simon disintegrating.
Oh my god! So... It's like the thing from The Last Crusade. No, what was the first?
Oh,
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, kind of, honestly. Yeah, that was definitely like, oh shit.
Man, when you were saying that, I was like, I have no idea what... Okay, I won't look up gifts, and then you tell me that, and I'm just like, why that one, though?
Well, I will say that his death, like, it would have been like, yay, he's dead, if it was, like, Grace who did it, or if it was, like, his own undoing and stuff, but the way that it was, like, the thing that he was most afraid of that killed him, and everything, it kind of also makes it seem kind of like a tragedy. Like, I didn't like Simon, but you could see why he became the way he did and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was kind of tragic that he didn't have, like, maybe with therapy and stuff, like what the train was supposed to do.
Yeah, like, I kind of see it also as, like, just showing that, like, the train doesn't give a fuck. Right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it really doesn't.
So, yeah. But yeah, that moment is definitely
memorable.
Yeah, that's a way to put it. And I remember how like when we got to like the ending or whatever, you were like, "Wait, that was the last episode," because you know they don't like, for example, Grace doesn't leave the train actually.
Yeah.
And I like that where how they end. The ending of it is just kind of like, well, now what?
Now what?
Yeah, and I think I'm the fact they did that, I think is really cool. I like that, so.
Man, when Grace gets off the train, her parents won't even recognize. Maybe that's a good thing, though.
Yeah,
I think she's better off just venturing off on her own in the real world. She doesn't need her fucking parents. They fucking suck.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember now. I don't remember if this was said or not, but it does like time pass in the real world while they're on the train. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Oh wait, maybe not, because I don't think Tulip.
Oh yeah.
Seem concerned.
Well, no, the whole thing was that she was going to like, or no, she wasn't. Oh no, she was gonna go, but she did. Right. I don't.
Her parents don't seem concerned or anything. Yeah, so maybe time doesn't pass in the real world.
So that's the question though. So when she like gets off, would she be back to being like 15 or something?
I guess she would, like Tulip, she would have like her experience still, but maybe she's like, you guys like gotta fucking emancipate me now.
It's like Narnia, where like the kids were all grown up and then they went back through the wardrobe and then they were suddenly kids again.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
war flashbacks.
Except, you know, not bad.
War flashbacks of Narnia.
Yeah, but that's a question that we don't have the answers for.
Maybe never will have the answers for.
But yeah, so I guess I'll just let you know. So season 2, again, if there's this other guy who's on the train, and I will say, the problem that he's working through is definitely different from Tulip's. So that's a difference. It's just that, again, I feel like Mirror Tulip also being there is a little bit of a, like, I don't know. But that said, so the second season, you get to see a bit more, like, about sort of the train itself. So if you want a bit more of, like, kind of a world-building thing, like, you know how, for example, in this, where there was the whole thing with, like, the videotapes, with, like, the memories? There's more of that kind of stuff.
Oh, I see.
So if you want to learn more about that, then season 2 is for that. And then season 4 is actually 2 friends who end up on the train at the same time.
Oh.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah. So again, they're different in that sense. So that's a way to look at it. But yeah. So yeah. Well,
I guess after a long delay, we're gonna finally be watching Sound of Music.
Yeah. Yes. Stuff happened, and then more stuff happened, and then more stuff happened.
Yeah.
But
it's a long story, and
we don't need to talk about it.
No.
Yeah. A lot of things happen. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We at least, we got the Idiocracy video, and there was a week with no video, but we got Idiocracy up at least me and Mai, and then I have been posting some D&D sessions that I've been doing.
You guys are fine with content. It's okay.
That said, unfortunately, we did a session last night, but it didn't record. So too bad. Thankfully, it was kind of like just running errands, so it wasn't that important.
Okay.
But
it's not like Cool Cat came back and yeeted someone out of existence.
No. They did run into a vending machine.
A violent vending machine?
No, it just had it basically asked for you to just type in what drink you wanted. And I was kind of sad because they didn't really get adventurous with it.
Oh.
They could have typed in uranium, but they didn't. So, too bad. That's on them. Anyway.
Any liquid you want.
But yeah, so no, there won't be a D&D recording for this week, but there should be one for next week as long as I don't fuck up the recording again. So that one actually will be important. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, next Monday will be Sound of Music.
Yes. See you then. Bye.
Bye.
Wake up.
No.
Okay, fine, go to bed.
Fine.